So I arrived about 2:59 p.m. or so. We were a little early because we were supposed to be here like 3:04 as far as arrival. And I'm just kind of tooling around the airport looking at various stuff and whatnot. I'm waiting for my daughter to get off of work so she can come pick me up from this airport. This airport is huge, and I was told that it's even bigger than LAX or Los Angeles airport. But my first impression, not just of Atlanta, or not even of Atlanta, but my first impression as far as this airport, I was not impressed because people are usually hungry when they travel. So, what I have access to is Burger King, Popeyes, IHOP Express, which is closed. There is an Auntie Anne's Pretzels, a Starbucks, and something called Atlanta Chop House and Brewery. I know they have salad and I don't know what else, but I'm reading the word Chop House, so I'm assuming that might be Asian food, but I'm not sure. But I didn't want anything on this floor. However, when you come in from a flight or if you're departing for a flight from here, you have access to a whole nother floor, which is a humongous food court. But you can only access that food court if you're flying in or if you're flying out. So if you flew in and you're still in this airport and you want to access that food court, you literally have to go through security and TSA all over again just to get to the food. I don't know if it's just me, but that does not sound like it makes sense. So I already flew up in here, seen the food in other place, and even Ludacris has his restaurant in here or a little cafe type situation in here. But once you are already in here, as far as a ride for a flight, and you want to access that food court, you are out of luck unless you want and choose to go back through security and through TSA, which I didn't have to do that once I flew in. I just had to come in and then go find my bag, which is like on a whole nother side of the airport, because instead of you just walking off of the plane and then following the signs that say baggage or baggage claim or whatever, you have to get on a train that's up in here. And you ride the train for several stops until you get to the very last stop. Once you get off of there, you keep following the signs that say baggage claim. Then you are up on a whole nother floor. And then you have to go to the baggage claim area for the airline that you flew on. It is very strange to me that I'm already here inside of the airport building, but yet I have to go through their security and TSA just to access the food court. That makes no sense to me. And so I feel like you're forcing me to eat the stuff that's down here. I don't want Popeye's chicken. Now, I do love their strips with the sweet heat sauce, and they were out of coleslaw, and I wanted some type of vegetable to go with that chicken. And the girl was rude, and she said, "We don't have coleslaw." Then I said, I'm looking at the menu board. It's the second side item on the list. So I said, "You don't have it as far as you guys don't carry it, or you're out." She did a sigh like I was getting on her nerves, and then said, "We don't have no coleslaw." She said it just like that. Now, if I was like 30 years younger, she would have got clamped next to her coworker and the other people that was in line. Today ain't the day. I'm tired and I'm hungry, and I just let her slide for today because, girl, you have no idea. Stop playing with hungry people, because you could get hurt like that. But then not only that, I said, "Can I have the combo then?" And the combo, which is what I wanted, because I thought I was going to get a drink and the coleslaw, or a drink and a side, rather. So, no coleslaw with her rude ass. So I said, "Well, can I just get the 5-piece strips by themselves?" She said $17 for just the strips by themselves, and it'll be cheaper if you get the combo. I said, "Well, I don't want the other sides." And you said you guys don't have coleslaw, so never mind that. So I got out of line, and I said, "I need some kind of salad to go with something. Something." So I went to Burger King right next to it. They only have burgers and french fries and drinks and those little dessert things they have, and that's it. Then I wandered over to IHOP Express when they were open, because I don't know if you can see from here, they're like down there where you see that blue IHOP sign, and they're closed, but they just were open less than an hour ago. And all they have is breakfast food on their menu. So then I left from there, and I went to go see what Atlanta, I don't know if you can see it from here. Let me get a little closer. I'm on the second floor just looking down. It says Atlanta Chop House and Brewery. Let me see if you guys can see. There it is. I don't know what they sell, but it's in there. You have to dine and sit down. But they said you can get a salad there and you could take it to go. Because it's the airport and not just this airport, when you buy food, it's like way more expensive than you normally would pay for it, even if there's like places you've been to before or go regularly. And then there's a Starbucks next to that. I'm not a huge coffee drinker, so I don't deal with Starbucks like that, even though I got a sandwich from Starbucks at the Vegas airport, and the girl was kind enough to take the cheese off for me. And then they have the Auntie Anne's pretzels. And I just went in there and I got a drink and then came on out of there, and I was so irritated, I just walked around. Then went outside. It's really humid and balmy out there with little gnats and stuff flying around. Then there's like 3 dudes out front trying to, they're coming with like corny lines and stuff to try to get people to give a donation for this 3 set of these books that they have taped together, but they have some kind of weird tribal paint on their noses, and they are from the Mormon church or whatever. But there's like a humongous Mormon temple in Oakland, California, and they never, when they come to the door, they have on slacks and clean white shirts and ties and everything. I've never seen any Mormons dressed like these outside the airport, and they have some kind of tribal paint like on their nose. But he's coming with all these like bogus compliments and just corny lines and stuff they're giving people out front. And so I don't know what that's about, but I'm good. But other than that, I'm just kind of waiting till my daughter gets off of work, and it's a 3-hour time difference out here than where I'm from in Southern California. So if it's 1 p.m. in Southern California, that means it's 4 p.m. out here in Atlanta. And I don't know, I'm still a little hungry, but I'm not starving. But I'll figure something out up in this crazy ass mall. I think that still sucks ass that you have to go through security and TSA for some food that's in the same building you're in, that you passed when you got off your plane to go get your bag. Now, if I would have got something to eat first, who knows what would have happened to my bag if it would have, as it was on a whole nother floor, and I hadn't picked it up yet. And yes, people do steal luggage because they tell you even over the intercom, or if they see somebody not watching their bag, they'll tell them, don't never leave your bag attendant, don't watch other people's bags. Make sure you watch your bag because somebody could put something in your bag without you knowing. And people do steal and snatch and grab. That's a good way to give to charity. So you gotta watch your stuff. And then my bag is a little heavy, even though it was only like, let me see, I think it was like 16 pounds and some change or something. I wish I would have brought my small suitcase. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to pay for this rack thing or whatever. In Vegas, this same kind of rack, well, not exactly same, but something similar, was only $6 to rent from the rack. And this one here in Atlanta is $9 to rent from the rack. Now, this thing is weird though, because you can't just push it like the one in Vegas. It just pushed smoothly like a bomb ass shopping cart, right? This one here though, you have to push. It's called a smart cart. You have to hold this down in order for the wheels to roll. Other than that, if you let it go, it's not going anywhere. It's stuck. Let me come back so you guys can see. So this is what the cart looks like. And you have to hold this down to make it go, this bar right here. But I'll be back, you guys, when something exciting goes on. Or just to update you in general. All right, I'll be back.